everyone, Karina McLeod here, ex-Amazonian consultant and founder of eCommerce Nurse and Vendor Society. Today I'm going to be talking to you about how to optimize your product listings for search and conversion on Amazon. Many people ask me why should I bother optimizing my product listings? The ultimate goal is to increase sales, and to increase sales you need to make your products more discoverable, to increase traffic, and of course increase conversion. I'm going to be talking about 12 steps that you can take to optimize your product listings on Amazon. Firstly, step 1. Make sure you have the right keywords. Make sure that all the keywords relevant to your products are captured in your content. There are third-party tools out there that you can use to discover new keywords, long-tail keywords, and just expand on the keyword listings that you might already have. The reason it's important you do your keyword research is that you want your product to come up in search results as many times as possible and for as many different keywords as possible, providing that they're relevant to your product. Once you've done your keyword research, it's about then including those keywords in your text or your backend search terms. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about keyword research or each of the points that I'm going to be talking about. If you want more information, click on the link below and you can download an ebook directly from our website. Or alternatively, go to our website ecommercenurse.com/ebooks. Step 2 is product titles. Now, you want to make sure that you have a compelling product title and a product title that says exactly what the product is. Using those keywords, you can ensure that you include some of those keywords in the title, but one thing not to do not keyword stuff. You want to make sure that the title is enticing and makes the customer that sees the title click on it to go to your product page. When the customer is looking at your title for the first time, they're scrolling through search results. You have less than a second to attract their attention. Whilst you want to make sure that the title tells the customer exactly what it does, you might want that title to differentiate your product from the competition as well. So think about a unique selling point that you have that is relevant to include in the title and include it. Also, make sure that you are thinking about word order. The customer is going to read the first 5 words before they read any of that other title, or even if they read the rest of the title. Make sure you capture their attention, tell them exactly what the product does right at the start of the title. Step 3, bullet points. You have up to 5 bullet points as a seller, and you have even more, almost up to 10 as a vendor. Use all those 5 bullet points. You can have up to 500 characters on a bullet point as a seller. If you use all those 500 characters, you risk overwhelming your customer. Make sure the bullet points are bite-sized. They need to be bite-sized pieces of text to tell the customer exactly what the product is, but not to overwhelm them that you're going to end up disengaging them because there's way too much content for them to read. The bullet point should tell the customer exactly what they want to know, answer those customer questions. It should also focus on the benefits of the products. So many brands and manufacturers write content based on the features, but sometimes those features don't translate well to a customer. A customer doesn't really understand them. Speak in the customer language and talk about how this product's going to change their lives and benefit them. Step 4 is the search terms, so the back-end keywords. There are some keywords that make sense to include in the title, the bullet points, the product description, but there are also some keywords that you might have found during your keyword research that just don't make sense and are not customer facing. In those instances, put them in the back end. Make sure you don't duplicate your keywords. If those keywords already exist in your title, your bullet points and product description, they're already going to be indexed by Amazon search. Don't waste that space in the back end. Make sure you're capitalizing on the number of keywords that you can input into the system. The more keywords that you have that are relevant to the product, the chances are you're going to appear more in search results. Step 5, product description. Now, this differs to your bullet points. Your bullet points are bite-sized chunks of information. The product description is where you can go into more detail. It may be that you have a benefit that you highlighted in the bullet points that you then want to expand in the product description. It might be that you have a really great brand story about how the business evolved that you want to share with the customer. All of these pieces of information you want to include in the product description. Remember, the product description, bullet points and title are indexed for search. Step 6, browse nodes, or we could also call this category. Make sure you have the products categorized in the correct category. Amazon systems these days not only look at the keywords that you've included in the system, they look at where those products have been categorized, and then within that category they look at all the other products within it. You might find that your product is appearing on another product detail page in an automated widget, and that can be down to the category that your product is sitting in. Make sure the product sits in the category that is most relevant to your product. Step 7, refinements. Refinements is when the customer browses through the categories, and when they get to a certain category, they might want to refine their search. In some categories, they could do this. For example, with tea, you can have caffeinated tea or decaffeinated tea. Customers might want the ability to select one or the other. If you are selling in a category that includes refinements, then you want to make sure that those are captured. So when the customer is refining their search, your products appear. Step 8, variations. If you have a product that varies in colors, varies in flavor, varies in sizes, then you want all your products to appear on the same page. That has many benefits. One of the key reasons is down to customer experience, enabling the customer to see all the different colors, all the different flavors and sizes on one product page, allowing them to choose the best option for them and not losing them because they couldn't see the color they wanted or they couldn't see the size that they wanted. So instead they went onto another product page, to a competitor's page. There are other benefits about variations, and we'll be talking about those in the next coming weeks. Step 9, A+ content. A+ content is available to those brand owners that have a registered trademark and have enrolled in the brand registry. A+ content today is now a necessity as opposed to a nice to have. Even if you have a product that isn't complex, you want to consider having A+ content on your product page. If you don't, your competitors are. And if you start looking at how your product listings are on mobile, you'll see that A+ content appears very high up the product page. A+ content enables you to talk more about your features, and you're able to include images and make the product come to life and just be a lot more attractive than block text. We definitely see an improvement in conversion when brands add A+ content to their product listings. Step 10, product images. Make sure that main product image is on a plain white background. Amazon have certain rules in which you should adhere to when adding product images to your listings. Just because the main image is just of the product, it doesn't mean that that has to be the same for all the additional images. You can have up to 7 images, so make sure you utilize that space. Add lifestyle images. Bring the product to life. Help the customer visualize themselves with the product. Highlight the benefits. Add icons to your product images. Add text to your product images to really highlight to the customer your key selling points. Remember, some customers read the text. Some customers will read the whole title. They'll read all the bullet points. They'll read the product description. Some customers don't even read anything. They just scroll through the images, might briefly browse through the text, but really it will be the images that catch their attention and make them want to purchase the item. Make sure you utilize that space well. Have a mix of images, images of the actual product, lifestyle images, images with text and icons on them, and depending on your product category, you might need to include some images with the labels and ingredients. Step 11, videos. Now this is something that is an option to sellers and vendors in the US. Unfortunately, it is not available to those sellers in the EU, although it is available to vendors. A bit like when I was talking about product images, there are some customers that don't really want to read through the text. They would rather see a video. A video can really attract a customer's attention a lot quicker than reading text and even images. If you have the ability to make videos, then make sure you're taking up that opportunity. This will really put you ahead of the competition. Just make sure that those videos do actually tell the customer something. A pretty video about a brand that doesn't really tell the customer about that actual product is not necessarily going to change conversion. What the customer wants to know is they want to understand more about the product and how it's going to benefit them and actually see the product more visually. It might be a product that you can then start highlighting almost as a 360. Step 12, customer reviews. Customer reviews are vital today. Customers want to hear what other customers are saying about a product. They want to hear if they've had a positive or negative experience. Therefore, it is vital that you have reviews on your product. Now, on Amazon, it can be a challenge. It's not like you can just go and ask somebody to write a review. You need to be managing this in line with Amazon's terms of service. There are 3 ways you can do this. The Vine review program that's now available to sellers and has always been available to vendors. The early reviewer program. And you can also look into using third-party software such as Feedback 5, where you can send out emails to customers that have made a purchase and asking them to write a review. Think of it as review solicitation. If you do go down that road of review solicitation, make sure that you are adhering to Amazon's terms of service, and those third-party service providers can check all the communication that you send out to the customer to ensure that it does follow the rules. Last thing you want to happen is that your account gets suspended because you didn't adhere to Amazon's terms of service. So those are all the 12 steps. The 12 steps to optimizing your products on Amazon for search and conversion to ultimately increase sales. Now, I have briefly gone through all these steps. If you're thinking, hang on, Karina just mentioned X and she hasn't really gone into detail, I have loads of questions on this subject, then have no fear. We have a detailed ebook that you can download from our website. Just click below and that link will take you to our website where you can download the ebook, or go to ecommercenurse.com/ebooks and you can download the ebook from there. I hope you found today insightful and given you a bit of a more in-depth understanding as to all the different techniques out there to help you improve your product listings. I'm going to be talking in more detail over the next coming weeks about other different strategies that will help you increase search and conversion, as well as many other different selling strategies to help you grow your business on Amazon.